Right, so thanks everyone for joining today's Tech Thursday. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make new listing posts in Canva and new listing flyers. Something I want to kind of preface is that I have gone through and I have designed templates for all of you guys for new listing posts, open house posts, sold posts, new listing flyers. There's a lot of stuff that we have designed for you, but not everything is templated. So I'm going to kind of go over some of our templated materials and stuff that Kate will be sharing with you guys when I'm gone for 2 weeks. So I'm just going to share my screen here. Okay, after this thing gets out of my way, I will start. Go away. Great. Okay. So here's a quick sneak peek at our Canva account. So this is run by yours truly. So I go ahead and make a folder for all of you guys. So everybody in our office has a folder. Everybody has templates and new listing materials that they can use at any time. So Kate will be happy to share those with you guys, but for everybody on the call today, you will get your posts shared with you or your template shared with you right after we're done on the phone call, or on the Zoom call. So I'm just going to kind of get started. So when I go into a flyer or a folder and I pick out like either a new listing template for an agent or a flyer, I usually pull a lot of the information from the NWMLS. But as you guys, as agents, you have that information way earlier than I do. So this is actually really good for you guys to be able to go through and do it yourself before I have to wait for it to come on the MLS. So I'm just going to kind of start. Melissa has a new listing, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys kind of my process, and I'll show you guys how to do it yourself. So this is a template that I've made for Melissa. She really likes these fonts and these colors, so that's what we've been using for her. So the first thing I do is I always make a copy of it. I make copies so that you guys, if you for some reason want a listing template that you had like 3 years ago, I've got it. So everything is saved. So everybody gets like copies. And then I go through and I already saved all of her to do pictures so that we wouldn't have to do it together. So I've got them all in here. So first I start by uploading those, and then I kind of look at the address. I already have it pulled up here. Oh, that is not hers. Okay, apparently her listing, oh, it's right there. Okay. So then I just go and I'm going to copy the address from the NWMLS, and I start by going, okay, this is where I need to put the address. So I throw it in there, and that's really simple. I mean, you guys will be able to just type it in. Usually I try and size the address so that it fits relatively well within the space. Like for me, that looks a little big, so I'll bring it down just a smidge. But yeah, just try and make it like fit the space as much as you can, I guess. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to the NWMLS, and I'm going to take her marketing remarks. Again, this is something you guys are already going to have. I just copy them and I throw them in the bottom here. And it happened to fit perfectly. We love it when that happens. It makes me very happy. Okay, so, and then I'm going to put in this section, I'm going to say, Lacey, Washington, forgetting. Okay, and then again, I'm going to make sure that this gets sized correctly. So when you guys are making new listing or sold or anything that we have templates for you, the best thing that I do is I throw in the address and the pictures, and that's pretty much all you guys will have to be doing. Obviously, this phone number isn't right for Melissa, so I'm going to have to change that for her, but all of your templates should be perfectly fine. You should have the right number on there, the right email, everything should be good there. I think at the time I made this, I didn't have Melissa's phone number yet. And so then you just kind of, yeah, go.
So you have these made for all of our agents already, you're saying, and so all I would need to do hypothetically, while you're gone or when you're back, whatever, if I'm not this type of person, but there are people who really like to mess with their flyers and stuff, which is fine. Obviously, that's your prerogative as an agent. You can totally change things up. But like, if I wanted to do this myself, all I would have to do is email you and Kate, or just you, but Kate while you're gone, or who do we email first off?
Yeah, so when I'm gone, you'll be emailing Kate, but when I'm here, which is most of the time, you'll just email me and I'll get the templates to you.
Okay, perfect. And then like if I don't, which I don't have a Canva account, what do I have to do? Do you reply with an email that explains that process? I'm probably like the most ignorant person when it comes to this. I barely know what Canva is. I'm just kidding. I know what it is, but I've never logged in.
Yeah, so you actually don't need a Canva account, I don't think, to get the process started. When I go up here and I share it with you, it should automatically send you an email that you'll be able to click on it and it will just take you to the Canva account. And you'll be able to make edits from there. However, I would say that it is probably a good idea to just make your own account. Number one, it's free if you don't use the Pro, which we have the Pro, which is why we have more stuff than you might. So if you want something a little more, I don't know, flashy, I guess, then you can email me or whatever, and we can do it on our side from the Pro account. But for the free account, if you just want to take the templates that we've already designed for you, I mean, nothing in our listing templates are Pro, so you don't even need it for that. You just have to, it's a quick account, and then you'll be able to save all of your stuff. So I would suggest making an account, but you don't have to. That's kind of up to you. But you'll be able to edit it and everything, like you're saying. Did that answer your question?
It sure did. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. So I'm going to mess with that a little bit later, but I kind of just want to move on and show you guys what I do for pictures. So obviously I've uploaded all of this, and that's super easy. You just come over here to the left-hand side and click upload, and then click upload media, select the pictures and throw them in there. So this is the front of the house. And then usually in this section, I like to do either a living room or a kitchen or maybe even the stairs leading up to the house, like something, like I wouldn't personally do this picture because to me, this picture is super boring. All the walls are really plain, and like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not like these first two slides are like what's going to show up the biggest on your Facebook post, and the first slide is what's going to show up on your Instagram post. So I like to keep these pictures like really drawing people in. So I wouldn't probably use this picture. I might use like this one. To me looks a little better, or yeah, probably that one. I like this one just because it's just a little more than just plain walls, right? You have like the staging in there and it looks really nice. So I like to keep it kind of flowing nicely. And then from there, you're just going to go through and you're going to make your post. So I like to do it as like a little walkthrough of the home. So like I try and keep all the living room pictures together. And then like this obviously shows the kitchen. One thing you guys should know is that this left picture gets like probably the least amount of views in comparison to these two. So people like to go from this top picture and look over here. I don't really know why, but that's just kind of how it goes. That's why we try and keep our logo out of this left-hand corner too, because a lot of people don't look over there. So I like to do a walkthrough, but if you have a picture like this one per se, that's maybe not exactly like a front end picture, or and it's not like the best picture you have, but it's still good, use it on the left-hand side. You'll notice that if you look at any of the new listing posts that I've made, you'll notice that I always keep bathrooms over here, because some people really like to look at the pretty tile in the courts, but a lot of people are just like, I don't really care about a bathroom. It's a bathroom. So that's kind of where I keep the left-hand side open for like those kinds of pictures. If you need to duplicate a page, so like I know that a lot of our agents do something like this, where they're like, oh no, like now I have to create this all over again. Don't do that. All you have to do is click this one, I guess, and then just replace the pictures. That way all of your dimensions stay the same. That's what I like to do. And so then I'll just kind of continuously go through and go, okay, like that's a nice picture, like that one. And then, you know, just kind of go through and give a walkthrough of your home. That's how I like to do it. One of the things that I will say is like kitchens and stuff, people like love kitchens. They really do. So I like to keep kitchens like towards the top. So either the first slide after your marketing remarks, or maybe even the second if you have like a nice living room like this one, just to keep people flowing through. I know Hannah just had a really nice listing, has a beautiful kitchen, so I wanted to push that one towards the top. So that's something you'll also notice that I do when I'm making new listing posts. You'll see that I'll always have the kitchen in one of the first 4 slides there. So I'm going to kind of just pause on this new listing template and kind of show you guys what I do for flyer. So I already have one open. I've made this flyer for Hannah Small. As you can see, I've already put the address in there. I've put the amount of beds, the baths, the square footage. This is the flyer that we have designed for everyone. So this is like our templated flyer that we have for you guys. So this is what you would be getting if you ask Kate for a template. A lot of the time you'll notice is like if you go and try and move this, sometimes I have it locked so that you guys like can't necessarily like mess with it. Or if you do, like sometimes I have agents that go like this and they're like trying to change this picture and they go like this and they're like, oh no, how do I get it even again? So usually I just lock them there so you don't have to worry about that. And all you have to do is replace the address and the pictures, and then you're good because all of your information should be right. But I usually leave that open if you guys want to change that. But then like our information, there's no real reason for you guys to change it. So if you want those unlocked, you can reach out to Kate and I'll touch base with her and remind her how to do that. But yeah, let's make a new listing flyer for Hannah. So again, like I try and keep it as much of a walkthrough as possible, but something you'll notice about the flyers is like the picture actually extends from like this line all the way up to the top. So sometimes if the picture's just not really working, I bring it down. That seems to help a lot of the time with like, depending on what kind of photo you have and like how the house is shaped. Sometimes that helps. So you can see this looks more centered. But actually in this case, she has so many pictures of the outside of the house that I would probably just use a different one. But yeah, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So just like, I would say just play around with it a little bit and see what works. Just know that if your picture is like looking like really kind of weird, it's probably because it's all the way up to the top. But this being black is totally fine. You guys can do that. And you'll see even in here, there's like a little transparent underneath the, right here. You can see that it's a little transparent. I think it just looks nice personally, but you guys can do what you want. This is where your marketing remarks go. Again, I'm just copying and pasting, so you guys are free to like write them out yourself or do whatever. You can definitely change the sizes of these. So like I was super thrilled because we had one that looks just like this and I replaced it with Hannah's and it fit perfectly just like that. And I was like, perfect, don't have to change a thing. But like I do increase and decrease the size of the text, and that's just done from up here. And then same thing, I try to do a walkthrough as much as I can with the flyers, but as you can see, there's a lot fewer photos on the flyers than we do have on the listing post. So on the flyers, I like to do mostly like really, really pretty pictures. Like I try and keep it all of like the nice pictures. I do like almost no bathrooms unless it's just like a stunning primary bath. So I make sure that like it's all like really nice looking, like this kitchen is fabulous. So I'm going to put that one on the bottom because it's gorgeous. So like stuff like that. Does that make sense? Great.
Yep.
So yeah, so yeah, thanks. So if you guys want your templates before I leave on Saturday, feel free to reach out to me and I will get you these templates. Like I said, for everyone on the call, I will share them with you already. Let's see, I see we have Christy, so I'll show Christy's too. There we are. Woohoo! Okay, so you can see we have like just a ton of stuff. So like Christy's looks a little old. So like I might update this one before I send it to her because hers is like having this photo that we used for her. It still has this green, but now she's transferred over. You can see we have green, 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 and then we switched over to this nice brown or tan brown. Yeah. So I'll probably update this for Christy, and you can see like it's a little different than the one we have for Hannah. This is our newer one. This is the one that we've been using. It just seems to work the best with like the flow of everything. One thing to note about the flyers is that if you have, I don't think anybody's really going to have to worry about this, but I just want to like say it just in case. So like Hannah's picture didn't fit great in this flyer. So what I did is I don't know if you can tell, but this is a brick ROG background that we have. Her photo doesn't actually look like this. It's actually round. And so all I did was click edit image, and I just clicked background remover. Usually that works pretty well, like unless you have like white around your person, like that's the only time that I might not use it. But most of the time it works pretty well. And you can see, I mean, like I just like edited it so that her face is like not huge, but sometimes people's pictures don't necessarily work. Again, I don't think that's something you'll have to worry about too much because I will have already designed them for you. So I wouldn't worry about it. I would probably leave your picture as is when I send it to you, but if you want to mess with it a little bit, that's totally fine too. A big suggestion that I have, if you want to make edits, so like if you want to change that picture, if you want to change what information you have down here, anything like that, my strongest suggestion is to duplicate the page before you make any edits. That way, if you go, I'm going to do, yada, 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 and I'm going to make my picture, as big as I can, and, whatever, and you don't like the edits that you've made, you still have the ability to come back up here and go, okay, here, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put that back down here. I'm going to, change my picture back to whatever. That way you still can make those really quick, simple changes by just selecting the whole thing, copying it, deleting this section. Oops. And if you're on the actual page, so like I like to just click on it, it'll put it exactly where it has it in the previous page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, great. So that's what I like to do. I always, before I make any edits to any of our templates, I make sure that I make a duplicate page just in case if it ends up just being awful, then I just delete it and I can go back to what I was previously working on. Okay, do we have questions?
No, this is so awesome. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I have like plenty of templates, and I guess I can I'll go through real quick and show you some of our like templated materials that we have. So when it comes to like what's actually, so let's go back into Christie's. So like, I want to kind of explain what's templated and what's not, so that way you guys aren't like shocked if Kate says like, I can't do that for you. So like, if Christy wanted a new sold, we have that for her. We're just going to take this. We're going to go ahead and share it with her. Obviously, we're going to make a copy first, and then we're just going to click share, and we're going to share it with her. That way, all she has to do is switch out, oh, it was sold in Olympia, not Auburn. And here's the new picture I have. Whoop. Beautiful. And that's all she would have to do. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so easy. Yeah, super simple. So you guys really shouldn't, I don't think that this should be too terribly difficult for anyone, but if you need to, please refer back to the video, or when I'm back, feel free to ask me questions. I'm always here to help. Unfortunately not for 2 weeks, but I'm still going to be here for you guys. If you need me, if you just couldn't figure this out, that's totally fine. There's a reason I'm here to do this for you, So let's see, what else is templated? Just coming through here. So like new listings, pending and sold, and open houses. We do have, I guess we have some seller's guides. If you haven't gotten a seller's guide before, we probably don't have one marketed to you already. But I don't really see a lot of people asking for those. So if you know you've gotten one before, it's in here. Yeah, I think that's it. And then I guess we also do, our flyers are all templated, so you can ask for those. I think feature cards, we should have some templates for them. And I think that's it.
Very cool. And then when you're back, we're always, Rachel is always, available to design new content. We have all the common ones, the flyers and the social media posts and everything. But if you have an idea of something that you want designed, we love coming out with new designs for everybody. So yeah, just send your ideas over.
Yeah. Also, I guess another thing I should note in here is like one thing that I've noticed when agents are asking me for new listing flyers is that sometimes they send me like half of the information that I need. So when you're asking me specifically to make you a new listing flyer, I'll need, if it's not active on the MLS, like if it's active on the MLS, send me the MLS number and I can do everything from there. If it's not yet active on the MLS and you want these flyers before it goes active, I'm going to need the address, the number of bedrooms, the number of bathrooms, the total square foot of the home, the total square foot of the lot, your marketing remarks and pictures. But if you don't send me all of that information, like I can't complete your flyer until it goes active on the MLS or until you send me that information, because like, frankly, I just have no way of checking. So that would be my one thing too, is like, if you guys are asking me for a flyer when I come back, just remember that those are the things that I need in order to get that done. I don't run into that a lot. Most of the time, our agents have it active on the MLS before I go ahead and make it for you.
Sweet.
So yeah, I'll send this video out today. And like I said, everybody on the call, I'll get you guys your new listing or your new listing posts and your sold posts, your pending posts and your new flyers. And then if anyone else wants them before I leave on Saturday, so you have today and tomorrow to ask me for them, I am happy to share them with you. And if you didn't realize you needed one and now all of a sudden you need a new listing flyer, go ahead and reach out to Kate and she will send you your template as well.
All right. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Have a good vacation.